Hey, boys and girls, Moon Girl here, and I wanted to share with you one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had. Now, I'm a psychic medium. I've encountered a lot of really crazy shit before, um, but this is something that I've never encountered, at least to my knowledge. I don't know if maybe something happened when I was a child that has something similar, but to my knowledge, as an adult woman, this is the first time I've experienced this. And I definitely know it was Alien. Shout out to Giorgio. Love him. Ancient Aliens. Um, related. Um, so, backstory really quick. I was asleep already. It's around 11 ish. And by the way, this happened last year. This was not something like, oh my God, when I was a child or this happened. No, this was last year. All right. So, um, 2022. And I was already asleep. It's about 11 o'clock. But I wake up because I hear a cranking noise down the hall. I have two sons. They sleep right across each other. And then there's the hall, and then there's my room. So I was really, really sleepy, really tired. I don't know why this cranky noise woke me up. It sounded like a cranky noise. The only way I can describe it is like when you crank a toy car. And it was just going chick, 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 chick. And I heard it from a distance, and I didn't want to open my eyes. I'm like, what is that? Because I felt so sleepy. But it woke me up. And I was like, okay, well, maybe the kids woke up and were started playing with a toy or something like that. So I just still didn't want to open my eyes. I was just like trying to ignore it, whatever, but it did wake me up. Um, it starts going down the hall. And I know it's going down the hall because it's getting louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. And by then, I'm already like kind of annoyed. I kind of want to tell my kids, hey, go to bed, kind of thing. But I just don't even want to, I don't want to get out of bed. I'm so fucking sleepy. This thing gets louder and louder and louder. And then I know it's at the foot, well, of my door because it was really loud. You can tell. And by then I had it. I was about to open my eyes and tell the kids, what the hell are y'all doing? Go to bed. Um, then I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't move at all. Very much like sleep paralysis. And I've suffered from sleep paralysis since I was very, very young. Um, and it was so weird because this was different feeling than having sleep paralysis. It was like sleep paralysis, but different. And I'll tell you why. Like, when you have sleep paralysis, I guess the goal is to kind of scare you or be frightened or there's something demonic on you or whatever the case may be. That's not what I got. That's not the feeling I got at all. Um, Granted, I was scared because I didn't know what the hell this was. This thing gets louder and louder, and I know it's now at the foot of my bed, and I can't move, like worth a shit at all. I can't even open my eyes, and I'm kind of freaking out. Like, oh my gosh, what is this? Then this thing, whatever it was, it telepathically. It doesn't even say words. It doesn't speak words. It sends me a feeling like to a calming feeling, like it wants me to calm down. This is what I'm telling you. It's different than sleep paralysis because I'm. It wants me to be calm, and it's not words. It's like if they're shooting a feeling at me. That's all I can like describe. Um, of course, I'm still like no. Then this thing gets on my bed. It gets on my bed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I have the blanket over my legs. I was covered when I was asleep. Whatever this was, uncovered my legs. And by then, your girl was shooting bricks. I was like, what is this? And this thing kept shooting out this emotion at me. That's all I can describe. And even though my eyes were closed, even though, my lights were off, it shot out a light. And this light, I could still kind of see like the brightness, sort of, even though my eyes are closed. It's shooting it from my feet. It starts going up and up. All I can describe it as like it's scanning me. Whatever this is like kind of scanning me. And being a psychic medium, again, I've experienced really weird things, I've seen things, whatever. This thing is definitely nothing like something demonic or a spirit. That's not what it is at all. Of course, I tried to like penetrate it, feelings, emotions, because when you're dealing with either something demonic or a spirit, you can, there's still some feeling. I guess any other medium out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There was no feeling. It was like if you're trying to read the emotions off a car. You can't penetrate that. And in my mind's eye, I kept seeing something small, like mechanical, like a little machine. And the best way I can describe it is like when we send that little thing to Mars, that's like excavating and trying to gather information. That's kind of like flashes of something like that, back and forth, back and forth. And I was trying really hard to communicate, like penetrate whatever this was, this feeling, this, and it kept trying to block me. And I remember trying to speak to my spirit guides, and this feels like it had a shield over, even if you're a spiritual person, spirit guides, guardian, whatever. It felt like they couldn't penetrate that either. Like they weren't allowed. They couldn't. I know it sounds crazy, but they couldn't win with whatever this thing is. I'm just gonna say it that way. Like they were on the outskirts. As much as I was calling them to come in, they couldn't. I hope that makes sense to somebody out there. I don't know if I'm articulating it correctly. It starts going higher and higher, and this light keeps getting brighter and brighter. Again, I can't move. I can't open my eyes. The brightness of the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Then it shoots up to my face. And by then, I'm like, not my face, not the moneymaker, just kidding. I really tried my hardest to fight whatever this was. And finally, I was able to release, and I opened my eyes. In a blink of a second, whatever that was completely gone. It was completely gone. And I can tell you something, whatever this was did not have a soul. There was nothing. There was nothing there. And all I can describe it as, whatever that was mechanical. It was bloody mechanical. So I don't know if I didn't see an alien, or how we're supposed to, whatever. The Green Little Man, that's not what I saw. The flashes I got, it was like a little machine. So, I mean, I'm really curious. Anybody else who've had experiences with this, abductions, alien encounters, please, like, drop me a line. Let me know if you've ever felt something similar to this, or am I the lucky one? I mean, really. It was the weirdest thing ever. Whatever this is does not have a soul. Does not have a soul. Does not have anything. So I don't know if that's the alien, or they sent something to like check me out or whatever. But that was my experience, and I wanted to get out there and speak about it, and you all let me know if you've ever had any experiences like this. And by the way, my sons don't have any like cranking toys, so they're older, 17, 14. So what was that? Let me know. Thanks, guys.